Hey guys, welcome to this Adventures of Malibu and Dad. His mom, Malibu's down here. She's got to stay in the cart because we're going to a pretty cool site here. It's right next door to the New Market Battlefield, which is right behind me. I can kind of see it. And we'll check that out at the end of the video some more. But this collection here is more of a private collection. They just happen to be right next door. He has a lot of Civil War stuff, and he also has a lot of Vietnam stuff and some other battlefield stuff. He was a private collector. He brought it here, and what I heard just now was to actually get this spot back in the day, he sold half of his collection to get this property where it's located to be able to share with the public. So kind of a neat guy. Supposedly he still even lives here. That's the rumor. But it's been taken over by the Shenandoah Valley Historic District Society, and they kind of run it. I don't know all the politics to it, but it's kind of neat that the owner still has a little bit to say and do about it, but it has been kind of transferred over historically, which is nice. So let's check it out, guys. Thanks for coming along with me, Malibu and Mom. We're excited just to get out some more content, more videos, more of the Civil War stuff that you guys like. So come along, let's enjoy our journey together, and I'm so glad you're with us. Come on.
Glad to share the places and the people that we'll meet. Think of the memories we'll have. Exploring hidden history, it's time to hop aboard on the road with Malibu and Dad. On the road with Malibu and Dad.
Let's walk in, guys. As soon as you get up here, man, you see the true cannons here, man, and those are pretty cool. The building's really neat, so let's check it out. Walk on in. All right, guys, so when you first come in, it talks about the beginning of the collection. The gentleman who started all this collection is John Bracken, and talks a little about his family here on the left, his mom and dad, and how he fell in love with collecting. Probably a lot of it was influenced by his dad being in the military, and then it looks like he just got hooked into doing it, man. He's got a lot of cool artifacts here, and let's go check it out. It's pretty cool. Got some maps up front, and the collection starts off with some French and Indian stuff here. It's amazing to me when you find this kind of collection. This is definitely high-grade museum stuff. Especially the old muskets. Weapons are just absolutely cool. There's a militia mounted officer sword from 1810 to 1830. Wow. Here's a uniform of a Revolutionary War soldier of Brigadier General John Seaver. That's his actual uniform. Man, what a collection. Like his pistol. Some of the Revolutionary swords back in the day. I've dabbled in some Revolutionary War stuff. Probably gonna get more into it, but this is kind of neat to see it here. Some more Revolutionary sword war weapons. Different coins here. Kind of neat. Talking about Washington crossing the Delaware. And then we move on to over here. And more artillery officer stuff. Swords. Look at the size of that British naval flintlock pistol. Thing is amazingly large. So basically, it's got a collection of all the different battles, different periods, but all definitely authentic. This is here the Battle of New Orleans. Look at this one here, guys. This is the Star Spangled Banner, British Brown Bess Musket. Look at that uniform. That's the real deal there. It's going to be worn. And this was the War of 1812. Here's a cool collection of the surrender of General Santa Anna. And wow, look at that. Some of the artifacts here are just amazing. Let's talk here about the American Dragoon Troops, the War of Mexico, April 24th, 1846 through May 30th, 1848. And look at the, these are all true relics of that time, guys. I've even got a framed picture here of First Lieutenant Thomas J. Jackson, 1st U.S. Cavalry of 1847. A lot of people don't know that Thomas Stonewall Jackson was in the Mexican War. That's how it all got started for him as a young lieutenant, which is really neat. More amazing swords here. Look at the little pistol there. It's amazing. This area here talks a lot about George Washington and the Revolutionary War. Picture of George and some of the actual artifacts from back then. He was the father of our country, man. First president of the United States. All right, guys, here's a little history here of John Brown. He's the one who was the insurrectionist at Harper's Ferry. And not such a great dude. We've been there. There's a video, if you look in my archives, of us going to Harper's Ferry. And look at that Virginia state flag. And this was in 1856. Look how pretty that is. And that's an original. But this part of the historical facts talks about the raid of Harper's Ferry. And it's got some pictures here. More history to learn. So I'm glad they have it here because you're definitely skimming over a lot of different pieces of history that's very important to America. This was the Confederate first national flag, stars and bars. Some nice old photos of some of the soldiers back then. And this is an actual Confederate conversion of the Whitney flintlock. Look at some of these muskets, guys. Those are nice. I've never seen such a collection, especially being a private collection of sidearms like that. That's another really cool depiction of the Civil War. Some of the first weapons and flag. It's a picture here of the cannonball of a Confederate mortar round. So you'd have the hole there, and that's where they'd put it in to explode. Some of the pictures here are just amazing. I love the old tin photos of the soldiers. And there's a little thing here about Edmund Ruffin, who was born in 1794 in Prince George County, Virginia. He inherited a random farm and immersed himself in the study of scientific farming. He later became well known for his dogmatic defense of slavery and supported Southern nationalism, and traveled to promote secession when Virginia refused to secede. He self-exiled to South Carolina, time as a 67-year-old zealot. The Palmetto Guard permitted Ruffin to fire the first shot of Fort Sumter, April 12th, 1861. Some banknotes there. I need history, I'm telling you. I'm enjoying this. I hope you are too. It's another Bonnie blue flag. And this is from 1810. There's so much history here, guys. I'm learning as we go along myself, so I never claim to be an expert, but I definitely love taking you to places where you can learn more about history. And this one here is no exception. This place is swarming with history. Just crazy, crazy history. Talk more about Harper's Ferry. And Roger Jones, the first Union officer proclaimed a hero by the United States government. A lot of history. Look at that sword. Still in very good condition. All the way from 1861. Looks like it's got a lot of worn out use. Here's some really cool artifacts of 1st Manassas, which was fought July 21st, 1861. Some of the pictures of the soldiers involved. Got some old belts, an old rifle there. And this knapsack here was from the 14th Brooklyn. Good Lieutenant bars there. That's what started the Civil War right there, guys, was 1st Manassas. Here's some uniform stuff from the Virginia militia, 1840 to 1860. Look at that rifle. Like I said, there's cases and cases of this stuff, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to every one, but definitely give you an overview of some of the cool stuff you can see here. Showing the Confederate flag, some more pistols. Definitely an amazing collection here, guys. So the flag here, guys, from Williamsburg, 7 Pines. Original battle flag. One of the rifles. And a sword belt. Look at the bayonet. That's quite the collection I have right there. That's pretty cool. All right, so this portion of the collection here, picture of Robert E. Lee's house up in Arlington. And look at the family history. Pictures all the way down on both sides. There's Mary Custis Lee, 1835 to 1918. Great picture of Robert E. Lee there. It's a picture there of General Robert E. Lee, circa 1863. There's one when he was in 1869. Pretty cool. The history just keeps going on and on, guys. Some more cool Civil War. Look at this brain here, guys. Confederate States. The old saber, Confederate cavalry saber. Amazing to see that uniform from back then. Got a Virginia cavalry carbine cartridge box, along with a Confederate revolver. Look at that thing, guys. Love all the old photographs. Amazing. I love preserved Civil War stuff. And this is a great collection. This collection here, guys, is from the Battle of Pea Ridge. The battle was fought March 6th through the 8th, 1862, when Union forces under the command of General Sam Curtis were surprised by Confederate troops commanded by General Earl von Dorn. Look at the artifacts from that battle, guys. There's even arrows. Stuff's just amazing. Look at this knife. Amazing artifacts. Here's some artifacts of the General Stonewall Jackson. This collection of old rifles here, guys. This is the Harrisonburg, Virginia made rifle. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the wood on that rifle. Very nice collection. All right, guys, so in this case here is General Joseph Hooker's sword. The Eagle Crossguard sword was carried during the War of 1861 by General Joseph Hooker. Hooker was born November 13th, 1814 at Halle, Mass. He entered the U.S. Military Academy in 1833 and graduated 29th in his class in 1837. Hooker served the Second Seminole War along the Canadian border. During the Mexican War, he won the bravest of captain, major, and lieutenant colonel for gallantry at Monterey National Bridge. Man, that's an amazing history there. This is a Whitney revolver. How cool is that to see General Hooker's personal sword and collection here. This one here is to the last meeting at the Appomattox. General Robert E. Lee and General Thomas J. Jackson. I'm sorry, this is not Appomattox. This is when Lee and Jackson met for the last time prior to Jackson being killed. Look at this history. Wow. Model 1850 swords, foot officer sword. That thing looks like it's been through some battles. There's a Confederate cap. Kind of a neat part of the collection here. This here depicts the 1st Valley Rangers in the battle they had. Look at all the pictures, guys. The old revolver there. So much history. I'm just catching up like you, but I wanted to share all the pictures with you guys. This is amazing, especially when you see an original battle flag like that. So this section here talks about Stonewall Jackson and his encampment of March 28th to April 17th, 1862 at Rudd's Hill, Jackson's field headquarters. Look at the rifle in there, guys. And my wife captured part of her in her book. So when Jackson was teaching the Bible to his enslaved people, he actually wrote a check to his pastor to continue the Bible study of those folks. And there's the copy of the check, which is really cool. A lot of people don't realize how much Jackson did for his enslaved folks and teaching them the Bible and how to read, which you won't see in too many history books, but it's the truth. All right, this portion of the collection here, coming across memorabilia of General Robert E. Lee. And look at this, guys, this just blew me away. It's a photo of Robert E. Lee, but look at that frame. Man, that must have hung somewhere really, really special. That's super cool. And that's almost life size. That's how big that thing is. Beautiful picture of Robert E. Lee in the collection here. Another beautiful photo done here, guys, of General Stonewall Jackson. Look at that. That was a very good depiction of him. I love that frame also. Another cool artifact here at the museum, guys. All right, this is a special find here. These Remington pistols belong to Jefferson Davis. If you know your history, Jefferson Davis was the president of the Confederacy. And these two pistols here were confiscated from him. And they weren't released till like 100 years later, 1965 after the war. And somehow made it into this guy's collection here. So that's pretty amazing. And it has they were seized in Florida in 1865, of all places. And they were at the plantation of David L. Yulee in Waldo, Florida. That's crazy. Here's a painting of Jefferson Davis. If you all know, he was the president of the Confederacy during the Civil War. I got another great big picture of him here. Look at that frame. Life size. We've been to his grave, if you go to my Hollywood Cemetery video. And just part of amazing history right here, guys. Really neat to see his photo in this kind of condition. Beautiful painting. Jefferson Davis, Confederate president. Guys, this is the saber of General J.E.B. Stuart, Jeb Stuart. Look at that thing. Beautiful. Here's a cool painting of Jeb Stuart. He was very flamboyant, as you can tell in this painting. But he was second to none when it came to bravery, guys. This guy was one heck of a cavalry commander. Look at that beautiful painting and that. I wonder where these things hung back in the day. Neat to see them in this collection. And some more Confederate memorabilia here. General John D. Obedin. Good old pistol. Confederate States belt there. The saber. And there's the saddlebags chair. Original battle flag here, guys. It flew at the Battle of Newmarket from May 13th, 14th, and 15th, 1864. Amazing history right here. This here talks about the ordnance of the parrot gun and different artillery officers' uniform. Look at some of those rounds there, guys. Those are just amazing. Look at that projectile there. That's an artillery fuse lighter and shell and fuses. That's really cool. Part of the artillery collection here. Here's the original 10th Virginia Infantry flag, guys. 1863. That's amazing. Look at this portion of the collection from the 2nd Massachusetts. This is the primary duty was to protect the Capitol and surrounding areas from raids by John S. Mosby. About 1/3 of the men were from San Francisco, California. Look at some of the relics there. Those are amazing, guys. It's amazing to see all this stuff. The actual cigar case from the 2nd Massachusetts. Wow. Very cool. Guys, I want to give you some closer view of these cannons. Excuse the wind. Look at this one here. Beautiful. '62 on there. Number 25. Wow. And the exterior is supposed to look like Robert E. Lee's home in Arlington, which it does. This place was just amazing. I hope you enjoyed it too. Hey guys, so I don't know about you, but we enjoyed that one a lot. This place here, the Newmarket Battlefield Visitor Center and Museum here in Newmarket, is unbelievable. We had a great time. Highly recommend you guys come out here. They've got all kinds of cool Civil War artifacts you can actually purchase at the store that's all authentic. And man, I'll tell you, I was blown away. We just had a great time. Malibu's wore out.
She's tired.
But thanks guys for coming along with us. We always appreciate you coming with us on our adventures. And get out there and adventure. If you can't, come with us guys. We'll take you there. We want to do a special shout out to very good friends of us in Florida. It's the Beaverly family. They also own Amazing Signs. And Cheryl and Dathan Beaverly, thank you for the cards. The Adventure of Malibu and Dad cards and stickers. Guys, if you see these around, I put them everywhere I can, legally. I try not to do anything too crazy. And funny story about that, we actually had a guy reach out to us and said, hey man, I saw one of your stickers on the guardrail out here. And there was a bunch of them out on the guardrails. So I put one out there. And he was in the middle of Virginia. And just sent us a comment. So I thought, really appreciated that. So they also made these beautiful attachable magnetic card signs and advertisement for Adventures of Malibu and Dad, where you can also go to the QR code and get on our channel. So thank you to the Beaverly family for that. Thank you to Amazing Signs. They're based out of Zephyr Hills, Florida. Look them up, guys. Google them. They'll probably ship anywhere in the United States or anywhere in the world you want. As long as you're willing to pay, I'm sure they'll send it to you. But they do amazing work, amazing cards, signs, things for your channel too. So thank you again, guys. We love you. Until the next adventure, guys. Bye-bye and take care.
Bye-bye. Love you, Cheryl.
Stay safe.